Hello everyone. So I know it's been a while since I've been on, but I am about to do a henna. This is different than the way I would normally do my henna. As you all know, I usually use red raj, and I usually am going for the red tones. I'm kind of tired of the red tones, so I wanted to try something a little different. I'm gray, so hopefully this will work because I really would like to be more on the blonde scale and tone down some of this red. So in order to do that, I'm using mostly Cassia powder. And this is Cassia. As you can see, it's green. It is for blonder, redder tone. Less red tones. If you have light hair, it'll give you golden tones. I'm using, this is chamomile flowers. I made a chamomile tea out of it. This is what I mixed my henna with as far as liquid is concerned. Boil that, let it sit for a while, be warm. You should have a beautiful color to it. You should have a pretty, nice warm tone to it. It looks like honey. But I used, these are the spoons that I use. I use these. I don't use regular measuring spoons. And I used 3 heaping tablespoons of the cassia. I used 1 tablespoon of the Jamila because I do need it to have some type of tone, and I don't want it to just simply not take on my new gray at all. And about a half of amla powder, and this is what amla looks like. About a half a spoon of amla. Mix that together with my warm tea. A lot of people add honey and oils, but I find that if I add those, the color does not take as well to my hair. I'm high porosity, so color takes well for me anyway because my cuticles are so open. But I find that if I clog them with honey or an oil, then the color never takes as well. So this is my mixture. It is sitting. It will need to sit for 4 to 6 hours for it to develop. The reason I did not record me actually mixing it together is because my daughters brought home brunch and I needed to get this mixed, but there was a lot of activity going on around here. So I will be back later. You will see me in my bathroom when I do the application, and I will talk to you then. Okay, I am back, and I have freshly washed hair, and I am about to do my henna application. Trying to make sure this camera is right. Okay, so this is my henna. You saw what it was made with. Show you consistency. You can see it's thick because you don't want it running all down your face or anything like that. So I have my 4 sections just like in my last video. I'm doing this from my new camera. And I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. I'm going to have to find a better way to set this up for tutorials and stuff, but we'll get to that in a later date. So, we're going to see if I can get some blonde. Now, for the record, you can see my gray streak there. You can see I have a lot of gray. Try to get in there so you can see that. You can see this side, you can see where the gray is coming in. So we'll see how that does. And I'm trying to tone down some of the red. As you see, my ends are more red than the rest anyway. But it's like all throughout because it depends on where I have patches of gray. And anywhere you see that orange type color, the fire color is gray. So we'll see if we can tone it down with this cassia mix that I've done. This is a new mix for me. And I think next time I may do the cassia without any henna in it, but it depends on how this takes to my hair. If this doesn't take well, then I will probably just go ahead and do a red treatment again. So this is freshly washed hair, no product in it. And I'm about to get started. So let's see, I'll start on this side since this is the side the camera faces. And I'm only going to do this one section, and then I will come back. Oh, I have also put Vaseline. You see my forehead is shiny. I've put Vaseline all over my forehead and everything. I start where I like to part my hair in the middle. So I start there because that is where I have my part most of the time, and I want to make sure that that area gets it really well. And I just apply it once again, like I said before, like a relaxer. Now, although this is Cassia, Cassia has more gold tones, but I'm still going to be careful about trying to, keep it neat as possible, because I don't know how it stains on anything, because this is a new process for me. So I've had henna stain my clothes. I slept in it one night and it stained the heck out of my pillowcase and went through to my pillow. I don't know how it leaked out, but it did. And my pillow looked like somebody bled on it. So luckily that's covered with a case, but I will never sleep in henna again. This is 6 hours later for the Cassia. Cassia can be used as a henna gloss, and what that will do is just give you the benefits of henna, strengthen your hair without changing your color at all. If you're dark haired, Cassia is not going to change your color at all anyway on your dark parts, because it's for blonde. But if you use it as a gloss, you only need to let it sit for about 2 hours or so for it to, release its properties for you. However, 6 hours if you want it to release some color. And it can be used, like if you're gray and you like the idea of henna but don't want to be too bright or too heavy on the red, you can use Cassia to tone down the red. Amla powder also will tone down the red in a red henna, which is the natural color of henna. Keep in mind, for anybody who's new to this, anybody who does not know, that henna is red. Henna is no other color but red. Like I said, the Cassia can give you a golden tone, but Cassia obatava is not exactly henna. It is a powder. Henna is red. If you see someone who says this henna will make your hair black, it'll make your hair copper, it'll make your hair this color, make your hair that color, it's usually a dye. You can mix Cassia into your reds and stuff to get more copper tones and stuff like that, but normally in a box I would not trust that, because it could be a dye, and the dyes can be quite damaging to your skin and your hair. People have been scarred for life from using henna with dye, and it's just a chance you don't need to take. So I'm doing this from root to tip. I haven't done my last hennas from root to tip because I felt I was quite red enough, and I was just doing touch-ups. But since this is the Cassia and I'm trying to see if I can tone some of this down and see how it works, I'm doing root to tip. I put them in little bantu knots, and then once I am done, I will put my shower cap on, and I will let this sit for about 4 to 6 hours. And when that is done, I will come back and we can see how this worked. We'll see the results and see if this worked out for me. So fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. See you in a few. Okay, I'm back, and several power outages later. It's been a few days since I actually did the henna. It's been actually more than a few days, but we had storms, and I was like without power off and on for 3 days while they cleaned up the mess of the trees and everything. They kept knocking out power lines again, and so I didn't finish the video at that time. The storm was around that night. Here I am back for you to see the results of the henna with the Cassia. Try to get in close here. Some of it did take. Some of it is still a little gray, but you can see where it got yellow. The first day it was hard to tell anyway, and my hubby suggested I wait a few days because he could see it and then he couldn't see it and then he could see it and he couldn't. He kept saying in certain lights or certain things it would change. So he said to let it oxidize anyway and see what happened. It did take and it didn't, and then again it's hard to tell because my hair was white and it's just now, you know, a little more on the golden side in a lot of areas. So even with even if that is full taking, it's the color I kind of want, but it's still too light next to the rest of my hair. So the next time I do this, I think I'm going to add more red to it, and you know, like transition the color down each time I, you know, like every other time I do it or so, so that it gets lighter and lighter and lighter, and that way in the end, as it grows out, I'll end up with more of an ombre effect than I, you know, would if I, but it'd be reversed though, where the bottom is a little darker and it gets lighter as it goes up, and that's fine by me. But I'll transition, kind of like have to transition it down to the more golden colors. But you live and you learn. It's a good experience. My hair feels great. I will say that Cassia conditioned my hair and made it so soft and so great. And I just, you know, been wearing it up in ponytails or whatever have you. I haven't done anything with it really, but you can see how I kind of got streaks too. It turned out pretty nice. It's not bad. I can live with it for now. Since I did mostly Cassia, I can do it a little sooner. I don't like to do red henna too often because it's drying. Using mostly Cassia, my hair feels so moisturized that it's lovely. I mean, I really, since I've been wearing it in ponytails and stuff, I think I only moisturized it once, literally. Put anything in it once since I washed it, and my hair, taking it down today, feels great. It feels so nice. It feels lovely. Doing with the mostly Cassia, I feel comfortable doing the treatment probably next month with a little bit more red to it. Instead of 1 spoon, I'm going to use 2 spoons of the red and see how that works out. And of course, I will let you know how that goes. So I'm about to try to edit this video. This is from my new camera, and I have never done a video from this camera that needed to be edited anyway. I've done like family home videos or something. But so I'm going to load this up in my computer and see what happens. I hope it turns out okay. So I will talk to you ladies soon. I do have some reviews and some things to do for you guys that I've just been putting off. And I do have some stash that I've used up, so I will be doing the empties video soon. Got a couple more things that just need to be, that are at the tail end. And I may just do the video and put them in there since they're almost gone anyway. But I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.